you're an attorney or
No,
a legal guardian for your
I just got something I want to say
it.
for 2 seconds.
You want to ask me something for 2
Yes.
seconds? Go ahead.
For all this stuff going on, I sat and talked to Eric Roller a month and a half ago, maybe 5 weeks ago, about all this. The whole yard's been cleaned up since the day of that first citation. Everything except for the 2 trucks. Trucks have air in the tires, are movable. So Eric didn't think it was a problem. And when we talked originally in his office, off the record, in his office, he made the comment that we'd let this stand for 1 year, that we wouldn't do nothing with it on the 2 trucks, as long as nothing in the yard accumulated or it didn't get to be a shithole like it was before, because he's on the main drag where everybody sees it. That's what me and Eric talked about.
Greg, the problem is I don't have Mr.
No, I'm just...
Roller to verify that. You can certainly ask him to speak to Ms. Imig. I don't know that she answers to him, but one.
No, I know he doesn't, and I'm just saying, we talked about that part of it instead of issuing a second ticket, that he felt at the point at that time, that since everything's cleaned up and been cleaned up for more than a year, that there was no sense in this. We just turn on and leave it and visit it in a year if we have the problem with the same stuff accumulated.
You're kind of barking up the wrong tree.
Nope,
I
know.
love it when people resolve cases. Trust me. If
I
this was resolved,
try to
would
step
say that's
in.
Great, but I need to hear from this person and this person.
I know that.
Resolved, not from you. And
But I
not
don't
from
think
Chief
they
Roller.
have a clue that Eric's on a different page.
Hey, Eric needs
Don't
to,
say nothing, because that's not what's involved. I'm going to get up and sit back there, but I just wanted to say something.
Eric needs to speak
Thank
to
you.
the city attorney
Thanks,
that
Mr.
doesn't
Sprague.
have a clue
You
what
can
he's
have
doing.
back there. We'll get this figured out one way
Yep.
or the other. Don't worry.
He's got to speak with the city attorney who has no clue what he's doing.
All right. Let's call the case. This is City of Anago versus Derek Sprague, case number 20 FO222. The city appears by, again, we have both city attorneys here, Mike Winter and Courtney Imig. Mr. Sprague is here, his father's also here, and we had a short chat off the record about different possible ways of maybe resolving it, but we're now on the record. And Mr. Sprague, I see you brought, does that look like a recording device that you brought with you today?
I have a right to document my proceedings.
You have a right if I grant you permission. Are you requesting my permission to record these proceedings on your own?
I'm requesting permission, and I have to ask for permission to exercise my right to document this frivolous proceedings.
All right. I will interpret that as a request for permission to record the proceedings separately, and as I have done in the past, unless there's a good reason not to, and as long as it's not a problem, I almost always grant people permission to record the proceedings separately, so I will grant you permission to use your device. It is also being recorded by the official state court recorder. This is the date and time scheduled for a status conference. I take it from your posture and your body language that the matter is not resolved. Is that correct, Mr. Sprague?
Does the city want to drop all charges and apologize for trying to violate my rights?
Mr. Sprague, you're supposed to address the court, not each other at the proceeding.
I still don't even know why I'm here, to be frank, so.
All right. Is the city willing to drop all the charges?
We are not, Judge, and I've heard Mr. Sprague's father's statement about discussing this with Chief Roller. Chief Roller hasn't indicated that to me. I will check back with him and see if he's told them something different.
Sure.
But
It's worth talking, seeing if there's a difference of opinion here that can be resolved somehow.
This whole poison apple ordinance exists because the man's sitting next to me. A person with a law degree and supposedly a bar association affiliation created this ordinance and then is now trying to backtrack like his position is somehow pure and ethical.
All right. Well, I don't want to have an argument here, gentlemen. We're just going to keep it civil. We're trying to find out.
I'd like my rights to be adhered to.
Mr. Sprague, please don't talk over me. This is a status conference to find out if it's resolved or not. I'm being told it is not, and that's fine. That's everyone's right. So we need to schedule it for a trial then. I had a question. It looks like there is a jury fee posted, but I'm concerned about the timing of that. It does not look like it was within 10 days of the initial appearance. Are you still requesting a jury trial, Mr. Sprague?
I want my rights adhered to, but if I need to as my last resort, that's the only way I'm going to seek justice, because apparently no one knows what an oath of office is or what preserving rights is. Everyone thinks it's their position to just abuse this court system and do whatever they want and violate my rights and try to steal my property using quasi-legislative procedures and frankly abusing and bastardizing the court and tarnishing any shred of honorability that is possible with anything to do with City of Mango or the court system. I want this dropped. I want to have the cause of nature. I still don't even set it for a status conference for pretrial because we still haven't even gotten subject matter jurisdiction out of the way. These people over here that are crooks pretending to be legitimate servants under the City of Angle supposedly have not given a shred of anything to move this court, but yet me constantly talking about my rights and the oath that I'm pretty sure everyone in this room has sworn that is violating my rights right now is all in alignment with preserving my rights. And not a single person is doing a thing to even acknowledge my rights. Everyone is trampling on my rights. This matter should be dropped. It should not be heard. The people that brought this matter forth should be scolded. They should be banned from ever walking in a courtroom. And frankly, they should be sitting in prison for their willful treason.
All right.
There are crimes. There is nothing. The subject matter jurisdiction still needs to be proven.
On the record.
The subject jurisdiction needs to be proven before we go forward.
What is the next? Well, let's see. How long do you think you need for a court trial on this, Ms. Emick?
Subject jurisdiction.
First, Attorney Winter, Your Honor.
I think we would need at least an hour anyhow.
This will be a 4-hour event because I'm going to have a filibuster with everything that says that these criminals are doing as a crime. I'm going to speak
You're not going to have a
about the crime.
filibuster in my court.
If it pertains to this case, I'm going to mention everything on the record so the crimes are well documented.
How long do you think you need to present your case, Mr. Sprague?
I need at least 2 hours to 4 hours because there's a lot of flaws that are on my side and I can't find a shred of law on their side besides the
I'll
magic
grant you
spells.
that request. We'll schedule this for a half day. That gives Mr. Winter more than enough time to get his hour in.
And I object because I still need subject
Mr.
matter
Sprague, you're talking
jurisdiction
over me
proven.
again.
I need
Judge, if
subject
I may.
matter jurisdiction proven before we can commence with anything.
To
All right.
spend out the efficiency of this somewhat, Your Honor, at a city council meeting, probably a month and a half ago, Mr. Sprague indicated that the ordinance is unconstitutional.
Right?
And so if he feels that's the case, perhaps he could submit something in writing to the court.
I object. Why do I
told him
have
that
to?
previously.
Why do I have to submit anything? Why can't people with the sole obligation and duty to preserve my rights? Why can't they preserve my rights instead of hiding behind their bullshit? That's their position
Oh, no,
to
no,
do
no,
it.
no,
John.
Mr. Sprague. You will not use profanity in my courtroom.
I'm going to use the words that fit. It is crap. It is bullshit. It fits. It is
Mr.
not
Sprague.
here. It is not
I'm gonna
ethical.
ask you
It is
nicely.
wrong.
Please,
I am
Mr.
talking
Sprague,
how I
listen to
feel.
me.
I'm talking how I feel.
Okay, I understand.
I have a
your
right to
strong
state how I
emotions.
feel, and there's no
Do not
exemption for
use
speech.
profanity in my courtroom, or I will have you held in contempt. That's
I
not
have to
acceptable.
watch how I speak, but treasonous with oaths of office can do whatever they want and then just keep doing whatever they want. I objected to this proceeding when you had her come in and gave her free time to come here, and then the prior time you ruled against me because I had an hour mixed up, and then your own people here can do whatever they want. Yet I'm supposed to play by the games and submit everything, but no one can submit anything to the people that matter.
All
This
right,
is
well,
my
I'm gonna give you your
courtroom,
time
and
that
these
you
are my
need, Mr.
servants.
Sprague. You have 2 options. If you do want to challenge the legality of these proceedings or whatever you want to do,
Subject
As
matter
I-
jurisdiction I'm
as I told you
challenging.
previously, you may file a written
Why do I
motion.
need to file? We're here. They need to prove to me that they have any standing to
That's
move
not how it
forward.
works, Mr.
That is
Sprague.
exactly how it's supposed to work in a proper court. You cannot just assume you have standing in jurisdiction. I am challenging it, an open record. You have put a not guilty plea in for me fraudulently against my wishes. I'm here by special appearance only because this matter is frivolous, unethical, seditious in nature, and treasonous.
Okay, well, we're going to schedule it for a court trial. If there is a written motion filed, then I may reschedule the trial.
No, you're gonna do it.
As a motion hearing, but until there is a written motion, I am not taking up any verbal motions that, frankly, I don't understand and are, in the court's opinion, incoherent, babbling.
You don't understand the process of law? I object to this whole proceeding right now. I object to everything.
First,
We would need
I object to
Well,
this
he
whole
said it at
proceeding.
9.
I object.
Just take the rest of that day.
I need 4 hours or 8 hours because apparently the laws don't matter.
Scheduled.
8 hours.
The next one is February 16th, and I won't set any,
Any,
any county that day.
February 16th at 9.
Correct. for
8 hours.
All right, back on the record, we will reconvene on February 16th at 9 a.m. That gives us plenty of time to try the case in accordance with what the parties originally stated. Mr. Winter said he probably needed an hour. Mr. Sprague said he needed 2 to 4 hours. That's 2 hours. That's, I think, enough time. With the benefit of a court trial, if we don't get it done, we can continue the proceedings to a later date, but we'll hope we can get it done in a half day on that date, February 16th at 9
So,
a.m.
since we're still on the record, how is this going to play out when I have my derogatory free speech and it's going to say bullshit on the sides of my trucks?
right.
How do I articulate
I'm
in
not
the
listening
court?
to you, Mr. Sprague. You've used that word that I told you not to use again.
All right, well,
We're done.
yep, and I'm telling you that I have to articulate myself in this courtroom.
Keep your mouth quiet and you can exit my courtroom or I may have to.
We're done here, right?